Turn to an abrupt halt.
Give them what they asked for. It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Touchdown, Charger. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd down and 4. Now Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Allen going to run with it. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Cook again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Deion Henley there on the tackle. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Brandon Cooks. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Pass on for the extra point. And a good job on the hold there as this is good through the snow, and this game is tied.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And now Hassan Haskins going to bring it out of his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Gregory Rousseau. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Bills' 46-yard line.
A run once more with Hampton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Set. Ready.
They'll run here with Hampton. Well, this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Hampton. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On again, this is Hampton. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in their 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
At the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ty Johnson, 43 yards. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chargers 21. kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Give here to Hampton. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up the second.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Hampton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A run. Here's Hampton. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Vidal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead...
Touchdown, Chargers! Ladd McConkey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Territory, coughs up the football, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
35-yard ride.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down.
Alert!
Throwing, Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Ready.
Now Herbert. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Ready.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead.
Chargers 34. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Black 80, black.
One last throw here for Herbert. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.